Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking Through the Lands of the Bible. I'm Chef Reilly, and today, you've already seen the star of our show, prime rib. One of the biggest questions I get is, how do you make a good prime rib? And I'm going to show you today. It's super easy, and it's super good. You're going to love it. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Today's going to be super fun. I am so excited to do this. We can cook prime rib together and I can show you how to make this flawlessly every time. But before we go any further, Reilly's secret ingredient. And the secret ingredient today is my rib rub. So what we've done today is we've taken a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, some paprika, some fresh rosemary, and some fresh parsley. And we're going to generously massage it into the meat. This will go all over our rib. And then we're going to put it fat side up, bones down, into our roasting pan. There's one tip I want to give you today, and that's on the cutting board. Now you saw my prime rib, I have it on a white cutting board. That's a separate cutting board I use only for my meats. Cross-contamination of raw meat or raw foods into cooked or uncooked foods is a huge problem, especially in our kitchens at home. So take it from me, take your cutting board, maybe buy 3 or 4 of them, and always make sure you know which one's which. Okay, we're ready to go with our prime rib. Our rub's ready to go. We have it set up. Here's how you cook it. 500 degrees, and with your rib roast, you're gonna have to do some math here. So this is an 8-pound rib roast. I multiplied 8 by 5. That gave me 40 minutes. So if you had a 4-pound prime rib, you would multiply that 4 times 5 to get your minutes. So with this 8-pounder, we're gonna put it in there for 40 minutes, and then we're gonna shut the oven off. Now, here's the key. For 2 hours, you'll leave it in there. Don't get sneaky, don't try to peek, don't try to smell it, because you need that oven door shut the entire time to finish the baking process. Okay, we're almost halfway through. Our 40 minutes at 500 degrees is over with, so I've shut my oven off. Remember, do not open the door. Even if you see a little bit of smoke coming out because of the high heat, if you open the door, you're going to let the heat out, and it's going to ruin the process of cooking your prime rib. So keep the oven door shut. Now, what better way to enhance a prime rib than with a horseradish cream sauce? And I'm going to show you how to make that next. Okay, now it's time for our creamy horseradish sauce. This is the best accompaniment to any prime rib, and later on, we can use it on our sandwiches. Now, this is how Reilly does it. Sour cream, our garlic, our horseradish, fresh horseradish, our chives, and some salt and pepper. And just go ahead and whisk this together, and you have your creamy horseradish sauce. Okay, so we have a prime rib in the oven ready to go. We have some time. So we're going to start on our potatoes. Now, you can go traditional mashed potatoes, but we're going to do it Reilly style today. We're going to use red potatoes, and we're going to use it with roasted garlic. You heard me right. You're going to love this. It is awesome. First of all, we're going to take our potatoes, of course, boil them, drain the liquid, and we're going to put them into our KitchenAid, and then we're going to go ahead and add our remaining ingredients to make our roasted garlic potatoes. Okay, now that we have our garlic in our saucepan, we're going to go ahead and roast this on the stovetop in olive oil. So put your garlic in your saucepan, put olive oil over it so they're all submerged, and go ahead and roast your garlic until it's nice and golden brown. All right, we're ready to make our roasted garlic potatoes. We got our mixer, we have our potatoes, and let's go ahead and incorporate the rest of our ingredients. I go ahead and put this on low, that way your potatoes don't go all over the place. We'll add our butter. We'll add our heavy cream. This is going to make it nice and rich. We want that to incorporate. We're going to add our roasted garlic. Now in Numbers 11:5, garlic is mentioned in the Bible, and it is one of the best ingredients you'll ever have, especially roasted. You're going to add some of that olive oil that was in the roasting process. That also is flavored with garlic now, so that's really going to make our mashed potatoes nice and flavorful. We're going to add our parsley. It'll give us some nice color. And salt and pepper. Okay, moment of truth. It's prime rib time. But before we go crazy, before we get in there and cut into this great piece of meat, we're going to take it out of our oven and we're going to let it rest. This is an important part, 20 to 30 minutes. Now, it's time to make our au jus. Okay, now it's time to finish off our au jus. This is the pan that we cooked our prime rib in, the roasting pan. You're going to take that, after you take the prime rib out, of course, put it on your stovetop and turn on both of your burners. Get this going. We're going to add our mirepoix to that. We're going to add our beef stock, and we're going to let this simmer down and become one of the best au jus you'll ever have. Okay, our jus is almost ready, but we're not done yet. You're going to get a strainer with some cheesecloth, put it into a big bowl, and we're going to go ahead and strain our au jus so we take the vegetables out and just keep the liquid. Okay, so we have our prime rib. That's good by itself. But we're going to have some vegetables to go along with it. So I'm going to do some petite squash, some petite carrots, and some green onion. Very simple. A little olive oil, a hot pan, salt and pepper, the vegetables, and you're good to go. Prime rib has been resting for 30 minutes and it's ready to carve. We have our fresh vegetables. We have our roasted garlic potatoes. When you try the recipe, you're going to love it. Invite the entire neighborhood over. You'll be the hero of the block. We have our fresh jus and, of course, our horseradish cream sauce. Okay, we're at Chef Reilly's table. It's time to carve and enjoy this prime rib. See ya!